You know, life can often leave us feeling overwhelmed or lost, and we may find ourselves struggling to cope with the loss of loved ones. Well, today, I want to offer you a fresh perspective that could completely shift the way you look at such experiences. So buckle up and get ready for an incredible ride through the world of Stoicism. The title of our video today is, You Don't Lose People, You Return Them. Now you might be wondering, what on earth does that mean? Well, let me start by giving you a quick introduction to Stoicism, for those who might not be familiar with it. Stoicism is an ancient Greek philosophy that teaches us to cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and resilience in the face of life's adversities. The Stoics believed that our happiness doesn't depend on external factors, but rather on our ability to control our thoughts and emotions. So back to our title. You don't lose people, you return them. It's based on the Stoic principle that we don't actually own anything or anyone in this world. Instead, we're merely borrowing them, and at some point, we must return them. Think of it like this. When you borrow a book from a library, you don't get to keep it forever, right? You eventually have to return it. The same applies to people and things in our lives. When we lose a loved one, the experience can be absolutely gut-wrenching. Our hearts feel like they're breaking, and we're left with a sense of emptiness that seems to swallow us whole. This devastating pain, though natural, often stems from the false notion that we own or have a claim over the people in our lives. We feel as if a part of ourselves has been torn away when they're no longer with us. The Stoics, however, offer us a radically different perspective on loss and the relationships we share with others. They argue that the root of our suffering lies in the mistaken belief that we possess or control the people we love. In truth, no one is ever truly ours, as all things in life are borrowed and temporary. This Stoic understanding encourages us to view the relationships in our lives as precious and transient gifts, rather than permanent fixtures. When we embrace this outlook, we begin to see that our loved ones are not our possessions, but rather, they are individuals with their own unique paths and destinies. Our connections with them are temporary, yet beautiful and meaningful encounters that enrich our lives. This shift in perspective can help us approach loss with a deeper sense of gratitude and acceptance. By recognizing that our loved ones were never truly ours to begin with, we can better appreciate the time we shared with them and the memories we created together. Instead of clinging to the pain of loss, we can cherish the moments we had and find solace in the knowledge that life is an ever-changing tapestry of connections and experiences. When we let go of the illusion of possession, we open ourselves up to a more profound understanding of love and attachment. Love, in its truest form, is not about ownership or control, but rather about appreciating and honoring the individuality and freedom of those we care for. In doing so, we foster deeper connections that are built on the foundation of respect, compassion, and understanding. Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, shared a thought-provoking idea that beautifully captures the essence of Stoic philosophy. He stated, "Remember that you are an actor in a play, which is as the author pleases, to be short or to be long. If he wishes you to act the part of a beggar, see that you act the part naturally, if the part of a lame man, of a ruler, or of a private person. For this is your business, to act well the part that is given you, but to select the part belongs to another." This quote presents a powerful metaphor for life, comparing our existence to a play where each of us is an actor. The universe, fate, or perhaps a higher power serves as the author, determining the course of events and the roles we play. As individuals, we have no control over the roles we are assigned or the duration of our time on stage. Our responsibility is solely to perform our assigned parts to the best of our abilities, whether we are asked to play a beggar, a lame man, a ruler, or a private person. Epictetus is emphasizing the importance of accepting and embracing the circumstances we find ourselves in, regardless of whether they align with our preferences or desires. The Stoics believed that our happiness and well-being were not contingent upon external factors, but rather on our ability to adapt and respond to the situations we face. By understanding and accepting that our roles are determined by forces beyond our control, we can relinquish our attachment to specific outcomes and focus on performing our duties with grace and commitment. This quote encourages us to approach each role with authenticity and sincerity, no matter its perceived status or significance. Regardless of whether we are playing a beggar or a ruler, Our primary concern should be to inhabit that role fully and genuinely. In doing so, we learn valuable lessons about humility, empathy, and the interconnectedness of all human experiences. Epictetus's words also serve as a reminder that life is transient and ever-changing. Just as a play progresses through various scenes and acts, so too does life present us with different roles and challenges. By recognizing the impermanence of our circumstances and adapting accordingly, we can develop the resilience and inner strength necessary to navigate life's inevitable ups and downs. What Epictetus is trying to tell us here is that we're all actors on the stage of life, playing different roles assigned to us by the universe, or fate, or whatever you'd like to call it. These roles can change at any time, and we have no control over when that happens. Our only responsibility is to play our part to the best of our ability. Now, let's apply this concept to relationships and the people in our lives. Imagine that each person is an actor in your play, and you're an actor in theirs. They enter your life, and together, you create beautiful scenes and memories. But eventually, their part in your play comes to an end, and they must exit the stage. When we think about it this way, we can start to see the beauty and impermanence of these connections. We can learn to cherish the moments we have with others, without becoming too attached or possessive. This mindset can help us face loss with a sense of gratitude, understanding that we were fortunate to have that person in our lives for the time that we did. Now you might be thinking, that's all well and good, but how do I actually put this into practice? How do I shift my mindset to see loss in this way? Well, here are a few steps you can take to help you embrace this Stoic perspective and find solace in the face of loss. Step 1. Remind yourself that everything is temporary. It's essential to accept the impermanent nature of life. The universe is constantly changing, and so are our circumstances. Begin by acknowledging that all things, including relationships and life itself, have a beginning and an end. This understanding will help you appreciate the moments you have and prepare you for the inevitable changes. Step 2. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that can help you see the beauty in every situation, including loss. Instead of focusing on the pain, try to cultivate a sense of gratitude for the time you shared with that person. Remind yourself of the wonderful memories you created together, the lessons you learned from them, and the ways they contributed to your growth. Step 3. Detach from expectations. One of the reasons we suffer from loss is because we often have unrealistic expectations of permanence. We believe that things and people will always be there, which leads to disappointment and pain when they're not. Practice letting go of expectations and accepting things as they are, without the need for them to last forever. Step 4. Accept your role in the play. Remember Epictetus's words and embrace the idea that you're an actor in a play with a part to perform. Accept the role you've been given, and be prepared for it to change. This mindset will allow you to approach loss with grace and resilience, as you understand that it's merely a part of the greater story. Step 5. Reflect on the bigger picture. When we're in the midst of grief, it can be hard to see the bigger picture. But try to remind yourself that life is full of ups and downs, and loss is an inevitable part of the journey. Think about how this experience is shaping you, and how you can use it to become a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate person. By following these steps and embracing the Stoic principle of you don't lose people, you return them, you can begin to see loss in a new light. It won't necessarily make the pain go away, but it can help you find solace and acceptance in the face of adversity. So the next time you find yourself grieving the loss of someone dear to you, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Remind yourself that you don't own anyone, and that people come and go like actors in a play. Practice gratitude for the time you spent together, and embrace the idea that this is just another scene in the grand play of life. As you continue to develop this mindset, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle loss and change, ultimately becoming a more resilient and adaptable person. Life will always throw curveballs our way, but with the wisdom of Stoicism in your arsenal, you'll be better prepared to face whatever comes your way. And with that, our exhilarating journey through the Stoic philosophy comes to an end. I hope you've enjoyed this monologue and found it both engaging and enlightening. Remember, the key to embracing this perspective is practice and self-reflection. Give it a try, and you might just find that it changes the way you see the world and loss for the better. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this exploration of Stoicism has left you with valuable insights that you can carry with you through life's ups and downs. So, go out there and face the world with the knowledge that, in the grand play of life, we don't lose people. We simply return them.